Hello, welcome to Budapest. I spent most of today sleeping, not even gonna lie. I had to be up this morning to catch a 7 a.m. flight from Paris to Warsaw and then from Warsaw to Budapest. So I did not sleep much last night. So when I got here, I just passed out, like quite literally fell asleep. This room is yet another tiny room. You can see it is literally behind me. I'll do a quick tour in a second. But right now I'm getting dressed to go to dinner. I haven't eaten all day. Like, I'm not even kidding. I've been asleep all day. It's 6:21. But I found this really cute rooftop place that I want to try out and go to. So just a few things I've noticed about Budapest or just Hungary so far. So for one thing, I've never been to Eastern Europe. This is my first time visiting this side of Europe. So I am really just trying everything out for the first time. So we'll just, hang out together and see how it goes. But when I got here, when I landed in Budapest, no one checked my passport. I think just anybody's allowed to come because when I got off the flight, there was no customs. No one looked at my passport at all. There was no stamping anything. And usually when you get on a flight to go, when you get on an international flight, they will check your passport before you get on the flight. No one checked when I was getting on. I was like, what in the world? I don't know. So there's that. I can't really tell if they actually use the euro or not. Some of the touristy places, so I've already made reservations for some places and it requires you to make a payment and the payments have been in euros. However, some places are charging in Hungarian dollars. But in Poland, they do not use euros at all. So I don't really know what the currency is. I don't know. We're just going to pay with card. Okay. We're just going to go with it. I think that's something I'll figure out as we go. But so far, this place reminds me of Prague, which I went to a few years ago. When the first time that I did a Euro trip was right after college. Really excited to get the chimney cakes again. There is ice cream. You're gonna see it. They're so good. They are literally so good. And I dropped my sweater on the street. It's a white sweater, so it got super dirty. The streets here are actually gross. I mean, the streets are dirty as is. But so at some point, I actually do need to go to a place to have my laundry done. Or actually, I did bring Tide Pods. I just don't think it's worth me doing my laundry here because I'm only here for a few days. I think 4 days. So I think I'm just gonna buy a new sweater. As much as I don't want to have to buy something new, but I may just do that. I have been really, really wanting to go back to Bershka because I bought some pants from Bershka in Qatar, and I put them in the dryer by accident, and they shrunk, and I'm still very upset about it. Every time I put them on, I feel like I am too fat for my pants because, they were shrunken. So anyway, let me finish my makeup. I'll show you guys the room and then we'll head out. Okay, quick tiny room tour. This is the bed. It's actually two separate beds put together, two twins. And I normally sleep in the middle of the bed. So I actually had to pick a side because if I sleep in the middle, it's literally two separate beds. Anyway, I have this tiny little window here. I do have a TV, and then a stand, and this is where I was just doing my makeup. And then a chair, and here is a mini fridge. This is a closet. We're gonna do a little outfit check. So this is an outfit that I got from Bershka. I am a huge Bershka fan. I can't get enough. I'm gonna wear these sandals tonight. Also pretty comfy to walk in because we're gonna do some walking around the castle. And then this is, a tiny little bathroom. Oh my gosh, bathroom is what I meant to say. This is the shower and the doors slide together to meet. It's such a weird layout here, but I need to grab my purse, grab my phone and a few things, and then we're gonna head out. I have been using Google Maps for my directions, and it's pretty reliable. I just use the maps to find different train stations. In this case, I took the tram and I went across the bridge. It was a really nice ride. I did get lost at one point. I thought I had to take the metro and I didn't, so I ended up going back out and taking a different tram. But I did run into a few black people on my little journey. I was quite surprised. But by the time I got off of the tram and then made my way to the restaurant, which was on the roof of this hotel, I was told that there were no more spots, that all the reservations were taken, and I would have to make a reservation if I wanted to go see a restaurant. So I started walking to where I thought was another restaurant, and I ended up on this street full of restaurants, so I just sat down at one. I didn't have a reservation for the rooftop, so I couldn't get in, which is really annoying because it's just me, and normally I can just like sit at the bar or something. But anyway, I did start walking to a second rooftop, but it was pretty far, and I'm really hungry. So I'm at this Hungarian restaurant, and I'm trying out it's like fried pork fillet with French fries. I definitely want to get the chimney cake though. The ice cream is so good. I've always been like hesitant to come to this side of Europe because of just like the history of what I know, like based on the Holocaust and like ethnic cleansing, and like I think this entire time, so I did get lost twice on the way here, and I ran into two black people. I don't know where they were from, but they like, you know, gave me the nod. But yeah, so this like part of Euro summer is me like really getting out of my comfort zone and conquering my fears of like being on this side of the world, because I just like don't know what to expect, and I don't know like what it's like over here. I've heard good things, however I still want to experience it myself. I've heard good things about the place and people that have traveled here, but I've heard not so great things about the history and like, you know, World War II, Holocaust, all that stuff. So yeah, we're getting out of our comfort zone, conquering our fears. And oh, I forgot to tell you guys, my hotel is in the hood. It doesn't feel like it to me though. It just feels like a regular neighborhood. Maybe it's because I'm used to, you know, Philly type hood. Like everything beyond that, I'm just like, oh, like this is cute, you know, whatever, it's a vibe. Oh, thank you. But everyone here has been nice to me so far. Like I haven't had any, except for one old hag on the flight. Oh, she said something to me, and I don't know exactly what she said because she said another language, but I really wanted to punch the shit out of her. Oh, I wanted to so bad. But other than that, everyone else has been nice to me. Like people haven't really been like staring at me or anything. Like I'm also in like a very popular tourist area right now, and I will be for the rest of this trip. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm so hungry though. Thank you. Fanta. Cheers. My schnitzel is here. I'm waiting for my ketchup. I talked all that game about the chimney cake, and I'm too full to even eat it. The schnitzel was okay. I'm not a big fan of schnitzel, but like it was something I recognized, and was super hungry. I am gonna walk along the water just a little bit. It's so pretty out tonight, and I finally like woken up. You know, it's only 9 p.m. and I'm like finally getting it together. One thing I've noticed is there's a lot of Asians here, and for a while I couldn't figure out like where they were from, what country they were traveling from, because again it's a big tourist area. The reason why I noticed though is because a lot of Asians have the same type of like camera, like the Osmo Pocket that I have, so I'm like, oh, they have it, and then I realized it's an Asian person. Anyway, there's a huge Asian population in Kazakhstan, so duh, they've been traveling from there, at least that's what I assume. Anywho, gonna chill here for a little bit. It's just such a pretty view. Let me show you. So beautiful. I have been answering emails for work too, which is kind of annoying, but I like can't really avoid it because everyone is like finally awake at home and like, you know, in work mode, and I may have to make a few things shake and jive for a few campaigns that are going on right now that I'm obviously not home to do. So we'll see how that works out. After all that, I got my chimney cake. Now the only thing is this isn't warm, and I really like it when it's warm. Also, I asked for 1 scoop and they legitimately gave me 1 scoop. That's how you know you're not in America anymore, because 1 scoop in America is like 3 scoops here. It is really good. I did miss it a lot. It's like this chimney cake, or like the cone, it's like fried dough with like a sugar on the outside. It's really good. You can get whatever flavor ice cream you want on the inside. Other difference in Prague with the chimney cakes was that you could get like a drizzle on the inside. So I guess they don't really do that here. I don't know. But yeah, in Prague it was like a warm cake on the outside, the drizzle on the inside, and then the ice cream on the inside. So like they load it up, you know. But this isn't bad for $6. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was kind of nervous walking back. The walk from the tram to my hotel was probably like 10 minutes, and I walked like on these like residential streets, whereas my hotel is on like a street with a bunch of restaurants and stuff. I saw this girl, two women actually. One girl that's about my age walking this like little foo-foo like Cavapoo looking dog, and another older woman, like she had to be like 70s, walking her dog. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's not that crazy of, you know, the hood. Like, I don't know. I still don't think it's a hood. It's the hood in question. But finally made it back to my hotel. I do have to answer a few emails. It is 9:45, so I'm probably gonna be up a little bit later than usual tonight. But tomorrow we have some exploring to do, so I'll see you guys in the morning. Good afternoon. I am up and awake. It is 3 o'clock. I'm just not on any type of regular schedule at all. Well, really my regular schedule now is me waking up, going to eat breakfast, coming back, taking a nap, and then getting up at 12, doing work, and then leaving. So now we are about to leave. We're gonna go to Fisher's Bastille or Fisher's Castle. I've heard it being called different names, but we're gonna go explore the castles today. We may also do a little bit of shopping. It's been raining all morning, so I didn't really have anything to do since it was raining. So I was like, I might as well work. But since it's no longer raining, we're gonna get out and about. So let's go. The woman at reception was able to call and make the reservation for the airport transportation to come pick me up from the hotel at 6 a.m. on Saturday because I have a flight at 9 a.m. So yeah, they didn't speak English when I tried to call, so I had to get someone else to make the phone call for me. It's like drizzling out, but I am gonna take the metro. The metro or like public transportation ticket is $1.25 for one way, which is pretty good. So I'm pretty happy about that. I bought all my tickets on my phone, like on their app. So it's been pretty easy, except for last night actually. My credit card stopped working for whatever reason, and it like wouldn't allow me to buy more tickets. So I bought like enough tickets for the rest of the trip so that I don't like run into that issue again. Because once like the tram comes, you have to scan the QR code on the outside of the tram and like validate your ticket. And because I didn't have any tickets to validate, like I just like couldn't get on. And it's mostly an honor code, you know, like, but every now and again people will check, and I don't want to get caught without having a ticket. So yeah. Anyway, let's go to the metro. As soon as I said that, of course, there was someone at the station checking to make sure you have validated tickets, which I think is just so funny. But I actually ended up getting on the metro and not the tram this time, which was just as easy to take. Like, everything was pretty simple to figure out. I was looking for the bus stop, but then I found the fashion district. So now I'm just walking through here, and I may actually get something to eat too, because this food smells good, and I just realized I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten since this morning at 9:30, and it's 3:30. Remember when I tried the KFC in Thailand? Well, I wanted to try it here and see what it was like. I'm hungry, so I stopped at KFC. This place was really crowded. I don't know why. They also charged me, or would have charged me if I would have gotten a second sauce. Like, I asked for barbecue sauce, and he was like, oh, you have to pay for it on the kiosk. It's kind of a ripoff, but whatever. It was okay. It wasn't like the best KFC I've ever had. But then I headed to the bus stop to actually go to Fisher's Bastille because it's really hilly and you have to access it only through bus. These stairs almost took me out, y'all. Oh my gosh, these stairs were intense. We made it to the top. It's so busy. You have to pay to go all the way up there. And they also have like cafes and like little shops. I'll show you guys the view. Definitely was a hike for me, at least getting up here. I kind of want to get some water or, oh, what's that? This is pretty. It's another castle, or is I think this is all part of the same like castle property. Oh, look, there's a horse. You see it? You see that horse? This is so nice. I'm on the other side of the castle, and this is just so incredible. Like, imagine living in a place that just has castles everywhere. I did give my mom a magnet, and I also got myself like a really pretty journal that has like a crochet design on the outside, so I think that's really cute. All right, we're gonna go to Grand Central Market, or maybe it's Grand Market Hall. Grand Central is in New York. We're gonna go to Grand Market Hall because they have like food there and different like street food basically. So that's what we're gonna do now. All right, so earlier today I was at the castle and I really wanted to go to the markets where you can get like street food and stuff. How about I had my phone battery pack, like my phone charger, the MagSafe one, so it's like magnetic. I use it and somehow my phone is still dying. And the thing isn't dead, like the battery pack wasn't dead, and my phone was somehow not holding any charge. Like the charge was decreasing. It was ridiculous. So I ended up being at like 19% and I couldn't figure out how to get back to the tram station because like the streets are like zigzaggy alleyways. I was just lost. I was lost and my phone was gonna die. So I called an Uber and luckily the Uber was only like $12 for me to get back to my hotel. I made it back in time. I charged my phone and I also realized like while I was charging my phone that the marketplace is only like a 20-minute walk. So we're just gonna walk there. I'm not even gonna bother to get on any tram or metro or anything because I can also use the walk. I haven't rode any bikes since I've been here and normally that's a part of my like everyday morning routine, but since I've been getting up so late, I've just been flustered. I'm trying to like find my own routine. So yeah, we're gonna walk this 20-minute walk one way. It's gonna be primarily street food and like I guess like a flea market style. I don't know, we'll see when we get there. The walk there was pretty scenic, so there were a few churches, and I just don't know why people consider us the hood. Like, what about it is given hood? I don't get it. But I did pass a few restaurants. I also passed a few shops, and then by the time I'm on my way to the Central Market Hall, it was actually closed. So I think they're only open during the daytime. So I just ended up walking nearby to find this Mediterranean restaurant, and I got a bowl and just ate down and ate dinner there. It's okay. I don't think I'm eating this the right way. Is that what you do? Do you mix it? It is a bowl. It's like a mustard. I don't know if I like this. I'm just so hungry, I don't think it matters anymore. The day has felt like such a flop. Like, that food was not good. Like, I didn't really taste it until I was about halfway through and I realized that like, oh, I actually don't like this. Like the hummus was not at all like, see, like I like spiced hummus and it was not that. Like it couldn't have been more bland if they tried. But I ate the whole thing. I literally ate the entire thing. I was so hungry. I'm walking back to my hotel. It is 7:30 and it gets dark at normal hours here, so you know it's gonna be dark soon and I have to do some work per usual until about 11 p.m. But tomorrow we have plans and I am just like I'm so excited for these plans. I hope they're not a flop. I hope and pray I'm not a flop. But I also have to prepare for Istanbul because that's where I'm going next. I will be getting my teeth cleaned and going to get some like medical procedures done at, no, well, not procedures I would say, but some medical attention at least in Istanbul because it's really cheap there to do and a lot of people travel to Istanbul for that purpose. So all right, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning. I'm up early. I didn't go to bed until 3 a.m. I was doing absolutely nothing but scrolling on TikTok. So that is no one's fault but my own. Anyway, this morning we are headed to, what is it called? The thermal baths. Essentially a spa, but it's like Hungarian style baths. I don't know. We're gonna check out and see what it's about. I have morning tickets and I have a private room, which means I get like a private changing room, and I have to be there before 11 a.m. It's currently 9 because that's when they open. So I wanted to be there when they open so I would be like the first person there because it is like a public pool, which I mean like pools are public, you know, but I don't know. I just wanted to be there early so I could like get my content and pictures and stuff. It is about a 30-minute walk away. It's pretty close to where I was last night when I was looking for something to eat. We're gonna walk there now. I'm gonna get my morning steps in and then I'm probably gonna walk back to take a nap. And then we'll do some other stuff later on today. Today's gonna be a bougie day. I'm like doing a new series where I do bougie on a budget, where I can talk about like different you know, like bougie activities you can do in each city. So in Paris, I went to the Dior gallery. That was only 14 euros. And for this thermal bath like spa day, it's 37 euros, which isn't really bad. So yeah, today's a bougie day and I'm really excited for it. So let's go. So I'm gonna tell you right now, this just was not the vibe. First of all, I got lost and sidetracked trying to get in. Couldn't really access my ticket. That was really on me though. But then when I got downstairs into the locker room and everything, it turns out I didn't really have a private room. I just kind of had a locker. The setup of this was kind of weird. It was just like a hotel with a pool that you could go to during the daytime. Okay, so we are leaving. That was not what I thought it was going to be. It was basically like renting like a resort pass where you like rent access to the hotel for the day. The thermal pools are like, they're just like a heated pool. That's really all it is. It's not like a hot tub. I didn't bring my own towel because I didn't know. And also the indoor thermal pools, you had to wear a heat cap. I mean, you had to wear a swim cap, and they were selling swim caps. However, they wouldn't fit over my head and my hair. So I didn't even go in the indoor one. It was just, yeah, not the vibe. I was there for 2 hours. I'm now going to go back to the hotel, take a shower, and hopefully do some really good shopping. The Central Market that was closed last night is open now, so we're gonna grab something to eat real quick. I only ended up getting a fruit smoothie because everything else that they had out was like foods that you had to cook, so like raw meats, vegetables, fruits. Like it's a great place to get your fruits and veggies, like a farmer's market. But afterwards I ended up going to the cafe that was right next to my hotel, and it wasn't all that fast service, but it wasn't really slow. It was like a nice in between. I ordered this lemonade, and as you can see, it don't really look like lemonade. It was more of like a spritzer Fanta orange drink. The food was okay here. It is 4:30. I have washed my hair. Finally, we are still doing this bougie day, okay? I haven't given up on it. I just had to do a lot of planning for the next few stops. So I told you guys in the last vlog that I didn't plan this entirety of this trip. Like I know the destinations I want to go to. I just didn't plan everything because for one thing, my plans change pretty frequently. And then also, it is August. It is literally one of the most expensive times to travel because it's the end of the summer and everyone's trying to travel before they have to go back to work in September. So, by the way, this trip is not sponsored. So my other few trips, I have gotten paid to like go to different destinations and stuff, but I just really wanted to be in Europe this summer and kind of just get out of LA, which is crazy. But like, not that I do not have a bad life at home. I don't at all. But sometimes I just want to go somewhere else and experience somewhere new. So like I said, I already knew the destinations that I wanted to go to. One of them I actually can't hit because it's just like kind of obnoxious to get to. So we can talk about that later. Anyway, right now I'm gonna put on just a little bit of makeup and we're gonna head to Bershka. I am so excited for this store. You guys have no idea. I don't know if they already have their fall stuff out. If they do, I would kind of be really sad because I still want to buy like summer stuff. But again, it's like nearing the end of the summer, so stores are also trying to like shift their clothing. Let's just hope for the best. I know Bershka's not going to disappoint me, so I'm excited about that. And then I do have reservations for this rooftop restaurant tonight. Haven't gone to any rooftop places. The place I was going to go to the first night, they have had reservations booked like literally for the next week, so there was just like no chance I was going to get in there. However, there's another one that I found that's actually close to Bershka, so it just works out. So I'm really happy that I get to go to one and just kind of see like a view of the city. Honestly, I'm not crazy about everything that I've done here in Budapest. It's just been like, okay, you know, like I have seen so many TikToks people are like, oh my God, Budapest is my favorite city. It's so great. Da, da, da. I'm having an okay time. Okay, so yeah, there are just like certain destinations that I know I will come back to and certain destinations that I'm like, I'm good. And yeah, I think Budapest is going to be one of those. I fear that is true. So anywho, let me finish my makeup and then we will walk to the tram station and take the tram over to the stores. So one thing I've had to reacclimate to is actually humidity. It's not humid here, but it was really humid in Paris, and that's how my hair was actually crazy. Like I'm used to now the low humidity on the West Coast in LA, and my hair normally lasts me like 4 or 5 days, but when I was in Paris, girl, I washed my hair and put it right back up. I didn't do anything with this hair, so I washed it, and now it looks pretty good. I am using that new mousse, and it seems to be working just fine. And I forgot to tell you guys, I am actually going to the dentist in Istanbul. So I have been texting the dentist on a WhatsApp, and it's so strange to me, but that's like just a natural thing in, you know, Europe. Like the businesses will have a WhatsApp where you can just contact them, ask them questions. It's super easy, it's super fast, and you don't have to email. Like you can email, but the email takes longer than just WhatsApp. So I've been messaging different offices of like getting different rates and yada yada, and it's just so easy. Like I don't know why we don't do this in the US, but honestly, like imagine being able to just like text Old Navy, you know, like that would be the most random weirdest thing, but it's really cool. Okay, I think I've timed this perfectly. It's 5 o'clock. My reservations are at 7. It's really not that far from here, so I can be in and out, or I can take my sweet time. And I'm probably gonna do the second one. Okay, white or black, white or black. It's kind of thin to see through. It's not. Ooh, oh, this is cute. Ooh. Okay, never mind. I did replace the pants that I shrunk. So when I was in Qatar, I bought these really cool pants from Bershka, and Bershka didn't have them, but I went across the street to Pull Bear and they did have them, like a similar version. So I pretty much bought the same pairs of pants because they're so comfy and so loose, and I think I put them in the dryer by accident and they totally dry, which just goes to show like the quality of clothing. But I also got this like sweater dress. It's really cute and kind of like, I don't know, it could be a beach cover up, but it's kind of thick, like sweater material. So I have to like tape my boobs to make it work as like a dinner dress. Anyway, I'm super hungry, like so hungry. It's 6 o'clock. So I have a reservation at the rooftop place at 7, and I'm just hoping that they'll let me in early, or what is going on? Hoping that they actually just have available times right now and it's like empty. It's pretty early for like dinner time here, so keep my fingers crossed. It took me a little while to find this rooftop because it is sort of hidden, but it is on top of a hotel. So once I got inside, the people directed me to the elevator and I got to go to the top, and it's next to St. Stephen's Basilica, but there isn't really much to see in terms of the view. I think that's probably why the other rooftop is more popular, even though I didn't really go there, but this was okay. Because I'm kind of early, they did have a table available, but I'm not like at the table that I would have been at outside, which is fine. Like I'm still like, it's okay. But right as I was like walking here, this guy stopped me on the street and he was like, excuse me, and then I like looked because I was like kind of like scared, and he was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, why? And he was a sweet guy, but he was like, oh, do you live here or are you visiting? And I was like, I'm visiting. And he was like, oh, what do you think about Budapest? And I was like, it's okay. And he was like, be honest, like, do you like it or no? And I'm like, nah. And he's like, what don't you like about it? I'm like, yeah, it's like the food, really. And he was like, okay. So he had apparently lived in the US before, but on the East Coast. And he was like, you think I would do well? Thank you. He's like, do you think I would do well on the West Coast? And I was like, depends. Like, you know, LA's like pretty Hollywood, so I don't know. He seemed like a friendly guy. I just like was so thrown off that he was even like approaching me, because I'm like, is he about to sell me something? Like, is he like trying to scam me? Like, what's happening? He did ask me, he's like, what do you think about the people? And I was like, people are fine. Like, haven't had any issues with anyone. Everyone's been really nice to me. But it's really like the food is what like makes or breaks it for me, you know? So I don't know. I ordered the chicken tonight. It's like a chicken meal. And then I also got like a house-made lemonade, which I realized that the lemonade here is kind of like a spritz drink. Like, it's not like lemonade. Although that Mediterranean place I did go to that was lemonade, it just wasn't sweet. So we'll see what this is like tonight. It's actually really good. I like it. in the room. I think overall the bougie day was a mild success. It was somewhat bougie, although I didn't really enjoy the thermal bath or really the food that I ate at the restaurant. Although the restaurant was really cute. I did like how it was set up. It was a really nice restaurant. And everyone has been pretty nice to me here. But yeah, I don't really think Budapest is for me. It's going to be a pass for me, dog. But we are going to Istanbul next. So I will see you guys in the next vlog. I will be getting these teeth cleaned. So I'm really excited for it, actually. All right. I'll catch you guys next vlog. Bye.